deepest that you've taken on this day. Really taste that breath. Hello, my brothers, my sisters, and welcome to yet another episode of the Walk to Love, hosted by your brother Emil. Welcome, family. Welcome to the show. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for intention to listen, to be here with me, to get value, hear stories, challenges, and learn, and being on this journey with me. So, without further ado, today we're gonna talk about the Fisherman's Trail, the Rota Vicentina, and the first part of the big journey of the walk around the world. So what is the Fisherman's Trail? You know, when I started to walk, when I said I wanted to walk from Portugal, I did not know about this trail until I went there. And a lot of people asked me, you're doing the Fisherman's Trail. I was like, what? Yeah, check this out. This is the route, and there's a lot of walkers. It's like the Camino de Santiago, but south in Portugal. I was like, wow, amazing, you know? So I started to check this route, and it was basically the route that I had journaled, you know, the different towns and everything. It was basically that. So I was like, okay, sure, let's do it. And what is so cool about this route is that everything is mapped, everything is guided intentionally, because there's like thousands of walkers doing this throughout the year. And nevertheless needs like a good guidance, good path, so you don't get lost. So basically the Fisherman's Trail is a trail from South Portugal to the more southwest of Portugal. So, and there's many ways to go about it, right? So I started from 𝐷𝐸𝐻 until Porto Covo, but a lot of people start from Porto Covo to 𝐷𝐸𝐻, and some even to Lagos. Now all these names will sound familiar if you zoom in Portugal map southwest. And they're basically small towns, like surf towns, fishing towns. They're like big cities down there, but they're not really big cities as you would know, or maybe you know, but yeah, they're really cozy cities, you know, so they're not so big. But anyway, so there's many ways to do it. Some people start from Lagos to Porto Covo. I started from 𝐷𝐸𝐻 to Porto Covo. Some even go to Sines or to Santiago de Cazem. And you can make it as long as you want and as far as you want, you know. So my journey doesn't stop after the Fisherman's Trail. It's just the beginning, but it's really been a trail that I've enjoyed fully, and I want to share this with you guys because it's something that you can start with, something that can take you like maybe a week, 2 weeks, depends on the pace, but you can really enjoy the walk and disconnect. And it's super easy to get there. You probably get a flight either to Faro Airport or Lisbon, and then a bus to either Porto Covo or to Lagos, and you can start from each direction or whatever direction. And little bracket here, if you guys really want to do this, I'm planning to make a guide with detailed information on my journey, but also on valuable things that could be valuable for a walker on this trail. So if you guys are interested, let me know down in the comments, and we'll start making it actually. And yeah, I think it will be valuable. So, but yeah, so this Fisherman Trail is basically a walk along the coast of Portugal, the Atlantic coast. And with the Atlantic, you need to know that it's a bit windy, and it can be quite windy sometimes. So I think that was one of the biggest struggles when I started. I started in a week there was a huge storm coming in the Atlantic. And I was walking, and if you've been seeing my shorts, you remember the first days I was just covering myself in the cart, like Betty, the cart is called Betty, by the way. And because there was huge storms, they would just come, pop up, rain fully, intensely, and then go away, and then again and again. But it was enjoyable because everything smelled wet, everything, the fresh sense of nature and the wetness of it was super nice, and I think the temperature was great to walk then because this is a springtime, right? So I wouldn't recommend doing this route in plain summer because right now down south it was like 35 degrees or more, so it gets really warm in the summer. And if you like that, do it. But for me, autumn, spring, I think these are the best times to do it. And so, as I was saying, the Atlantic, brings a lot of surprises. So I would say that was one of the biggest challenges, the weather, and to actually start to think weather-wise, and also to read the weather. Okay, there's a huge black cloud coming there. It looks like it can be here in 10 minutes. So how can I prepare myself in ahead, So I started to read the weather, okay, and check the weather daily, because it influenced my walk. If it rained heavily, sometimes I really needed to stop, because everything could get wet. I don't have like the most waterproof equipment yet. So I really needed to take care, especially of the equipment I'm documenting with. Toma, peo. So, yes, then as we continued the walk, going there, I think it was some amazing, amazing views. You discover secret beaches that you don't really go to when you're on a van, unless you really spend the time, or when you're on vacation. You come to beaches that feel like they're virgin, that you're the first one to be ever there. You come to valleys that feel like you're in like Asia or South America because they feel so jungly. And you come to dunes that feel like you're in Namibia or in the Sahara Desert. And it really is a contrast that changes. So going, for me, I started south. So south was like very rocky. It was like these dark rocks, some dark black beaches, and very cliffs and valleys. And it was like more mountains up and downs, and sometimes going through cute villages. And then in the midway you start getting more sand, like more reddish, yellowish cliffs again, like in the South Algarve. And then you start to really get the sand dunes, like these kind of like yellowish white sand, and it keeps changing. And then you come to like places where it really has this turquoise water that you feel like you're in Greece or Croatia or something. And I think that's what's so wonderful about this walk, is that there's always a contrast. Everything changes. It is different every day that you walk. Most of the villages can seem a bit similar. The typical Portuguese village is white houses, orangey rooftops, and some blue outlines around the houses. But they're super cute. And each village is really like equipped or prepared for walkers. So you have hostels, guest homes, supermarkets, and then just the local people. But it's super easy. You meet a lot of walkers on the way. You can build a lot of connections. You can walk with other people. So you're really not doing this alone, You're doing it with others. Or you could do it alone, In my own preference, I would most of the time prefer to be alone, in my own pace, in my own creative walking, meditation, state. But sometimes I would really join someone and maybe talk and get their story or exchange something fun. And And this was fun, that I could choose and I can choose to create this experience as I want. So nevertheless, if you really want, is you can walk from town to town and sleep in the town every day. My personal experience was to just camp, wild camp every day in some beach or forest, and it went completely fine. I had no problems. No one ever told me anything. I know in some places it's a national protected park, so it's illegal. But either way, if you hide very good, it's okay. And literally no one is there. And as long as you really treat the nature you're in as your home, that you leave everything as it was, or even better, you plant a tree. I did that sometimes, like planting trees on the way, as well as cleaning beaches, because often on these beautiful beaches you would just see so much trash and just pulled in by the sea by these big boats that are there, or from the other side of the Atlantic. Like you can really throw trash in the States, in the Americas, and it will arrive here in the beach. And likewise, you can throw trash in Europe and it will arrive there. So it's like, I think we, I think for me it was really this sense of seeing that I gotta take responsibility and I can do a small act of kindness towards nature. I can be the difference instead of waiting for someone to be. We all wait for that person to be the inspiration person, the next Jesus Christ, the next Gandhi, the next this. Become that you. Be it you now, here and now. Become the person you want to see. Become the story you want to create, you want to read. Be it, right? So it really gave me the sense of, okay, we cannot think that, yes, someone else will do it. It's someone else's responsibility. Imagine if we all thought that way. That's dangerous. So on this walk, he really gave me the sense of, okay, take responsibility, take the action. You want the world clean, and you want to protect nature, and you want to bring awareness. Be that you. Be that. And then preach it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And so yeah, and of course sometimes there's so much trash, like I couldn't take it all, so I also needed to put a limit and understand, okay man, I know you want to clean the world and everything, but also you cannot take it all. You can take what you can, and you can do an action, take something every day, a small piece or whatever, and that counts too. So also, putting myself the limits, just because I also need to think about myself. How am I gonna carry all this trash? How does this affect myself into this journey that is very long term, right? And yes, so throughout this journey, these are some of the realizations, as well as sometimes there was like big walks of dune walking, in the sand becomes heavy. So I learned also to travel with less, like how much less we need. Like if I could, actually, I thought maybe I can only just travel with my phone, because there's my wallet, my camera, and everything. And if I can sleep in hostels. But nevertheless, I want to sleep outside, so I take the tent, I take the sleeping bag. But I also realized at the beginning of the trip, I thought I needed all these things. And the more I walked and the more I saw other travelers, met other travelers, I realized, like, wow, the less you have, in a way, the more enjoyable it is, but also the easier it is for yourself to carry things. And you also don't need much, really. Like, of course, some food, some water, some preparation in case you injure yourself, and other cute things. but really not as much as you would think. So if you want to know exactly what I brought, you can ask me, send me a message. I can send you a list of my equipment, or I can share it here down in the bio. Mm, it is really not much. So yes. And then really, guys, this trail is just a beautiful trail that is unique to each experience. How fast you want to go, how stretched or rushed or slow you want to go, that's up to you. And that's something else that I learned. I met a lot of walkers. They had booked their hotels to reach from there to there every day, 20, 30 kilometers. And I met a lot of them that needed to cancel, or push themselves so far that they got injured, or that they needed to completely stop the walk because they rushed themselves, putting expectations, and therefore not making the walk actually so special, so calm, and really enjoying the essence of it, which is really being present to each unfolding of beach, of forest, of animals throughout the walk, of flowers, of fields, And for me, I realized, like, with the tent, I had no desired destination from the beginning of the morning to the end of the day. I just walked and I listened to my body, and I did sometimes push myself extra mile, but I never went too much, because I was thinking long term. I was also thinking about my body, to be gentle and loving with my body, with my legs, with my feet, to keep doing this in a way that I don't need to suffer just because I'm pushing myself too much, that I can enjoy this and savor this with each step. So that was really important to remember, and also to listen from others, what they had learned by really rushing and stressing themselves to finish the walk. Because at the end, you finish the walk, you come to the town, you scream, yes, I did it. And then that's it, But really, what do you take from the walk? It's every step that you kiss the earth on the sand, that you feel the breeze, that you hear the birds, that you see the flowers blooming. That's really what you take, When you get to the town, of course, you can celebrate the beer, pizza, nice, But everything else also counts, right? So it's the cliche saying, it's not about the destination, but it's the journey. And it's really true. And if you got company, that makes it great. Even if it's a great company by yourself. Really, I think maybe, like, following to conclude this video, one of the last things I would say is, it really taught me to be alone and to trust myself fully. To really, truly trust myself as my best friend, my best coach, capable as, and to realize I am enough to do it, In moments of, where I felt like completely alone or a bit lost or vulnerable, and even lost on the way, like physically lost on the path, I just needed to trust myself and to take a deep breath and not panic. And I think if you do this alone or with someone else, no matter what, I think you really learn and you bond with yourself, because you must allow to trust yourself, to know that, okay, you can make mistakes, but even though you got this, you will make it, even if you're as slow as a little turtle crawling, you will make it. You will enjoy it so much. So that concludes the Fisherman's Trail guides. I will make a detailed guide about it. If you want to, comment down below. I will probably be done with it maybe in a month or something. I need to gather all the information and value, and I will be sharing it with you guys. And I'm thinking of doing more trails after. And right now I'm on the road. I'm in north of Spain, in Burgos, and we are going to Finland to spend the summer there, to create the guide, to finish my books, to really focus energy in the creation of products so that I can support my journey of walking around the world. And then in September, I will return back to Portugal to continue this walk. And that's so cool. So right now we're driving, and yeah, I will probably keep you posted about next week. We're gonna be driving for the next 8 or 7 days, really kind of rushing a bit north because we have dates planned, work ahead and some travels. So we are driving quite fast, or like you're not stopping so much, but still enjoying. And yes, so I will update you probably next week's video, and throughout the summer is gonna be from Finland on the road, some festivals, some cool lessons, writing my books, showing you guys the process, being in a summer house in the cabin in the middle of the forest as well. And that's so beautiful, savoring the moment, relaxing, pausing, letting go, allowing. And last but not least, family, I want to share one thing, one lesson that you can take from this video. And it's, we all manifest, but we don't understand manifestation truly. We always manifest with our thoughts, emotions, and feelings. Our thoughts are responding to stimuli or to stories or to the subconscious, creates an emotion. This emotion creates a vibration that matches us to the vibration, universal vibration that we tune into. And so when we want to manifest something, when we want to create, to bring something, manifest, manos from Latin, creation with the hands into the physical. When we want to create something and we desire it and we want it, sometimes we can get caught up in saying, let's say, I want 10,000 euros. But then my actions don't align to that desire. Meaning, let's say I want 10,000 euros, but then I'm doubting myself because I need to pay rent this month and I'm feeling like I don't have enough money, etc. And really the key here is to prepare yourself as you already had them. To dig the holes in the ground, to gather the water as if it would rain, So there's a saying like, dig the ditches, Don't wait for the rain. Dig the ditches, prepare for when the rain comes, you have the water, right? So it's the same here. When you want to manifest, prepare for that. Act as if you already have it right here, right now. And know that when you talk in the manifestation language of the universe, talk from the present moment. I have it now. I am it now. I am perfect health. I am perfect wealth. I am vital and healthy and an energized body. I am perfect financial freedom now. I am it now, because there really only exists an eternal now. So the universe understands this now, in this moment, I am this now, therefore putting me in the matching vibration of this now. And as long as I can hold in this now, then boom, it comes. And patience. Doesn't happen like that. There is true, it's in the universal language, there is no time. But sometimes to come into the reality of the 3D dimension, of the physical, it takes time. So be patient, have perfect faith on that desire that you want, become that now, be it now, you have it now. Not I will have it, I should have it. I have it. I am it. And remember to not fall into the trap that I want this, because I want means I don't have it here, therefore I'm lacking it. No, I have it now. I am it now. Wanting is meaning I don't have it right now, therefore give me something I don't want. I'm positioning myself in a vibration of lack. I have it now, I am it now, I am health, I am healing, I am letting go, I am allowing in the present now. That's a value for you not to forget. Catch it, fish it, use it, spread it. And let's to conclude this video. Thank you for being with me here today. May today be a guided day, a protected day for us to grow, to let go, to allow, to take a deep breath in, come into this present moment with an Om. Namaste. I love you.